Replit is an online coding platform that simplifies software development by offering browser-based coding, deployment, and AI tools like Replit Agent for generating code. Okay, so there's basically 4 subscription plans available in Replit. They have the starter or the free plan. Next up, they've got the Replit Core plan going at about $25 per month for the monthly subscription, or you pay $15 per month for the yearly subscription. Okay, next up they've got the Teams subscription. That's the one I'm on for my small business. Okay, and then the Enterprise subscription plan. Okay, so now we're on the Replit website. I'll just go on and log in. You can also sign up with a free account. So I'll log in with my Google Gmail account. So once you've logged in, you should see a landing page or the interface that I have here. So if you can't see that, on the top left hand side you've got the file structure tab and the home tab, or the home button. Okay, so let's start from the file structure on the top left hand side. So firstly, of course, the home tab to take you back to the main interface. Okay, next up we've got the repos. Okay, so repos are basically the projects that you work on. Okay, say for example, if you want to create a website, that you will create, it's like you creating the website is you creating a repo or your project. Okay, next up you've got the deployments. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, Replit is this integrated development environment to help you to code, but not only to code in the cloud, but also to deploy your web apps or your applications directly on their platform. So I think that's quite cool. One thing to note as well, I am logged in with my free account or the starter plan, and I cannot deploy my projects with the starter plan. I have to have a paid account. Okay, so on the free plan you can't deploy. Okay, next up we've got the usage plan, or the usage page, sorry. So that's basically giving you an overview of how much resources that you've used. Okay, next up that's the Teams account. So that's the subscription plan that I'm signed on. So in a separate video I'll show you guys the features and functionalities that I have access to in the Teams subscription plan. Moving over to bounties. So bounties are basically job requests that Replit users have, so they can actually create a job request and have other Replit experts sort of help them on whichever task or whichever request that they have. So this bounty here, for example, is saying that I'll pay $18 for this job request here. So that's bounties. You can also pay for an expert here. Okay, so these are all Replit experts. Okay, Replit also has a lot of templates available to us. So for example, when creating your repo or your project, you can also select from the available templates. Moving over to the Land tab, well, Land basically that's all the free resources that you have available, and the documentation on the Replit application itself. Okay, so that's done for all the file structure on the left hand side. Let's move over to the bottom left hand side. This is an overview of the status of your projects. Okay, like I said, I'm logged into my free account, so I have with the free account we have access to only 3 public repos that we can create, or 3 projects that we can create. So currently I've created 2 repos, so I'm left with only 1 repo to create. The development time, and of course the storage, which I can track. Okay, so that's about it. Let me see on the top right hand side, these are just my account details. Okay, so finally let's create our application. So there are different ways to create our application, and the first one is using this Replit agent here. Okay, unfortunately we don't have access to the Replit agent because we need to have a paid account. Okay, But basically the idea is that with a paid account, you just enter your prompt here, whatever the prompt. For example, generate a web scraper application, and the Replit agent is able to create the entire application for you. One new feature that I noticed here is improve the prompt. So that I quite like. So for example, if I have a simple prompt like this, generate a web scraper application, and I click on improve prompt, so the AI is going to sort of improve that prompt, giving me some details of what the application should do and all that, if I don't have a clear idea yet of what my application should do. So it sort of adds in more details or more context in preparation for the Replit agent to work with. Unfortunately, I'm not able to try it out, but don't worry, I've got a paid account. So in a future video, I'm going to definitely do one where we will create a web application or website, whatever our app is, using the Replit agent. One other thing, so Replit also provides us with some prompt ideas. So for example, if I delete all that and I click on local landmark maps, okay, so you see it has provided to us a couple of example prompts for some applications that we can also test out. I think that's quite cool, and of course we can always improve the prompt by clicking on this improve prompt button here, and it gives more details about each of the prompts or the application to generate. Next up, we can also include some integrations as well, some keywords into our prompt as well. So if you want it to be integrated with Firebase login or the Stripe payment or with OpenAI. So these are basically the different integrations that we can include in our prompt. So the Replit agent knows exactly the type of framework or technology to use when developing our application. So Replit agent, we can't use that, but we're going to go over to repos. Since we are on the free account, we still have access to create repos, 3 repos. Actually, I deleted the other one, so my project is reset to 0, so I can create 3 more repos. So let's do that now, so you see how you can create a repo with your free plan. So on the top right hand side, click on create. And then the number of ways to create a repo or create a project in create a repo. That's the term that should be used in Replit. Create a repo in Replit. So basically, by using the Replit agent, which we don't have access to because it's only for paid subscriptions, but we can use the choose a template option. So there's a lot of templates available. Say for example, you want to develop a website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, you can just click on that and it's going to generate the template for that, or you can use that template. One other thing, under the privacy mode, you'll see that with the free account you only have access to create public repos. Okay, you can't create local private repos. It's only for the paid account. Okay, give your repo a name and then you click create repo. That's choosing a template, or the other option you have is import from GitHub. So you can connect your GitHub repository in Replit, or you can also add in the GitHub repository directly here. Okay, so it gives you a number of options. So we'll go over to choose a template and we'll create our first repo using the template option. So now I'll go and I'll say create repo. Okay, so once your Replit is created, this is basically what you'll see. So on the extreme left hand side, we've got all our files that's been created by Replit. In the middle, we've got the assistant. So all the way on the free account, we still have access to their basic assistant. Okay, so the basic assistant will answer questions, refine code, and make precise edits. It's ideal for quick iterations, debugging, and hands-on tasks. Okay, so we don't have access to the advanced and the AI agent, of course, that comes with the paid plan. And then on the right hand side, we have all our code files here. Okay, the main HTML index.html. We've got the console, and we've got the web view when we run our app. Okay, so for example, let me just go on and run the app here. I'll click on run. And it's showing in the web view. Okay, if ever you don't see the web view tab, I'll just close that for now. You go on to the extreme left hand side of the interface, you'll see this monitor or screen type icon here. It's the web view. So when you click on that, it's going to activate the web view tab. Okay, so now our app is running. As you can see, I can click on stop to stop the app, or I can click on run. Okay, so that's really easy. You can quickly test your app. Okay, coming back to the Assistant tab, I'd like to bring your attention to the fact that with the Basic Assistant tab, we have access to the Gemini 1.5 Flash model. Okay, so we can ask it some basic prompts, like, for example, we've got some example prompts here. Let's say, what features should I consider next? Okay, let me just send that over. So it's just like you interacting with Gemini or Chat GPT. It's going to sort of respond directly to whatever prompt that you ask it. So let's see, you can add features to your website by adding more HTML elements, styling them with CSS, and adding functionality with JavaScript. Okay, and then it says, I'll try and ask it to generate the code for that. Okay, so as you can see, based on my prompt, what did it do? I can help with that. Here's how we can add home and about us buttons to your web page. Okay, so it then proposed to us a new version of our original one here with the buttons home and about us integrated to our main HTML page. So it doesn't edit the original file itself. It's going to generate the code for you, and then you can copy or insert it directly into the final or the main file. Okay, so this is a basic introduction to Replit with the free account. So stay tuned for my next video, because I'll log in with my Teams account, the paid account, and we're going to investigate Replit Agent and see all the features that's available in the Teams subscription. Well, thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.